Well, I'm out here in South Dakota and decided to sell my low racer. It's been a good bike. It didn't really work for winter driving, but it was a great bike to be outdoors with and do randoneering and some trips. I did take a trip on the Razdak ride out to South Dakota. That was a great event. Lots of people to meet, and we had kind of partied along the way too. And then I decided to do a race across South Dakota called the Gut Check, and I started off at Minnesota border with my trusty low racer, equipped to travel with self-supporting. It was kind of a tough ride. I was doing over 200 miles a day, but I did make it to Wyoming, and I was doing the return trip, which is part of the Gut Check race called a Hell and Back, and I did finish. These are some of the items that I used to kind of help fuel me along. And 2011, I did it again and knocked off about 10, 12, 20 hours. Did it in about 79 hours. And one of the more fun things I've done is traveling with my son, and we did a trip out to the Black Hills. Scenery is just great, and here's a little clip of a journey through the hills and the Badlands.
What the hell? Oh. Okay.
Then up the Badlands, we got into the hills, and just before evening, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful autumn day. Heading towards Hill City is where we camped out the first night. The next day, we went up to Iron Mountain Road and traveled up there, and then next day after that, we came down Mickelson Trail, and believe it or not, this little racer did really good on that hard packed gravel. And no trouble at all going down the trails. And there's nothing more relaxing than riding with a little racer. Your head's in an upright position. No stress on your arms, wrists, back, flexibility. And finally, as we leave, we did find an abandoned bar. One of the things I've also done is done the ride across Iowa, and that's something I don't really enjoy. But this Apple Cider Century that's in Three Oaks, Michigan, is a great ride. My son, we rode it 3 or 4 years ago. I've been there several times. Likes to go fast. I have a rear-mounted camera. Actually, I was riding a high racer. Somewhere along made a wrong turn. So too much after my co-riders.
Well, I got a wrong turn. So,
How much you
and
have to backtrack?
leaving another stop, I put the camera on the front, and just to kind of give you a view what you're kind of seeing on a recumbent bike. Of course, again, your advantage is on the flats. It's not a race, of course, but I think a lot of riders do like to see what kind of time they can run on 100 miles. Of course, these guys are drafting. I don't have anybody to draft with, so I'm all by myself. My son and cousin, they took off. And recumbents aren't actually too bad in the hills. You can kind of push back on the seat, but In general, your diamond frames are going to run your hills a lot better, and this particular ride has some pretty steep short sloped hills called the Roaring Prairie area of Indiana. It crosses between Michigan and Indiana. It's a beautiful ride. And there, get the end. Here's the sound of the bike.
Hi again, folks. This is the other bike I was talking about. It's actually a Performer road racer. At the time Recumbent was selling these. I bought this in the late July 2008, and it's got the disc brakes. I think they're David BB5s. But I do have a set of BB7s brand new, and if a person wanted to purchase these, I'd be willing to go half retail on them. I'm not sure what that price is. It's got a full padded seat, and this bike was actually set up for long distance riding. It's got a rear rack, and at the bottom of it I got a mud flap here to kind of prevent anything coming up and hit, like that. So it's solid. It goes into the seat here. And if anybody's ever experienced one of these bikes, there's about like a tractor seat. These things are heavy duty. So also I've got the set along with the wheels that are on it. I think it's a generic brand, and I'm not even sure what they are. There's some name here. Let me read it. I kind of keep forgetting it. It's Jalco X-Cross. X-Cross number 2. I have no idea who makes that wheel, but it performs great. I've had it on long rides, and it's a good wheel. But if you're actually into racing, I've got the set of Velocity racing wheels here, and there's hardly a mile on them. They're pretty much brand new, all set up to go. Put the tire on. And like I say, this is all for $850. If you wanted to get the new disc brakes, David's BB7s, again, I got two bikes. This one, everything's working on it. The only thing it needs is this little bolt that gives you the height for your bars, and these are hamster type right here. And everything, the brakes have they probably need to be adjusted a little bit, maybe even to do disc tap or whatever you call them. And pedals and everything are working pretty good. See, everything looks nice. And got a long chain tube on these low racers. That doesn't quite spin as nice, but it's easy flowing. Thing also it has on here, I've got pedal extenders. The one I set up for touring, right here on the boom itself, and that keeps my legs out of them so there's no interference on it. But got some other videos you can look and see these bikes in action. Velocity range with this, everything $850 for the bike. And again, like I say,
thanks for watching, folks. Thanks.